Since words are the foundation of everything we do, the most important, most common sense principle is to call things what they are. Use the plainest, clearest words to describe your product, your service, or your activity. You can't afford to be mysterious. This is the basis of search engine optimization, understanding the words that our searchers are using and matching what we have to what they want. The better you match the words the searchers are using to the information on your site, the more you're going to create relevancy. So words are associations. People associate specific topics with specific words. And so you want to be clear. Words are also symbols. They stand for additional things. We talked about the different kinds of searchers. Symbolism is very heavy because they will type in a word thinking that they're going to see something, but many times it's confused with other markets or other industries. And so we need to understand what they are searching for when they put words together. And also, when people were searching, brand names aren't usually at the top of their mind. Their need is at the top of the mind. So we need our words and the keywords and our product names to be clear, descriptive, and as universal as possible so that we can match the intent of the searcher. One example that I love to use is this website for the Baby Center store, and one of the products that's on there is a brand name product called Boudreaux's Butt Paste. Now, unfortunately for the name, I've heard it's a very good product, but on this website, you'll notice that the majority of text areas on the site use the term Boudreaux's Butt Paste, which is the branded term. However, only one time on this website does it say diaper rash ointment. You see, a search engine can't see the picture and has a hard time drawing context. So by simply calling something Boudreaux's Butt Paste, the search engine doesn't know that that's diaper rash ointment. And what do you think a searcher is searching for? They're searching for their need. They're searching for diaper rash ointment, and they will not find this page because it's not about diaper rash ointment. The relevancy is very low. The relevancy is very high for the brand name. And when we start doing keyword research, one thing that you are going to see is that people search first based on their need. They search based on what they're looking for at that time. You can see for this search for tennis rackets, there's lots of brand names, but top of mind is my need. This is what I want. Even when we look for digital cameras, people search on brand names, but overwhelmingly they search first based on this is what I need. Also for laptops, people start out with the general word first, the shotgun searcher. They're looking for the concept, and then they realize that they need to refine and develop their words from there. So when we're looking at our sites and evaluating the words that we use, the first thing you need to eliminate is the in-house language, the words that you use in your own industry or in your own company that your customers don't use. So also realize that while people do search for brand eventually, it's not top of mind. You want to be found for the general product term, call it what it is, and then the branded term when people refine their search. You also want to use the customer's words as much as possible. Avoid words that mean the same thing in multiple different ways. For example, something as simple as nested tables can mean one thing to someone searching for furniture and mean something completely different for someone who is trying to code a web page. One example that I can give you is a company that I was visiting, and they were showing me their stump grinders. But in all their marketing information and on their website, they called it a stump cutter. And I asked them, what do the people here in the factory, what are the guys that create this, what do they call it? They said, well, it's a stump grinder. And I said, well, what does your customer call it? It's a stump grinder. Then I had to ask, why do you call it in all of your marketing literature a stump cutter if no one calls it that? Their answer was simple, and it's one that I've heard constantly. We've always done it that way. For 60 years, they've been calling things their own in-house language, their own in-house brand, and it carried over into the marketing, but not drawing the connection that they need to match their customer's language and calling it what it is. So when you call it what it is, the first thing you need to think of is what words would a customer use? What are they searching for? And how can we align our products, our services, what we do to the words they will use?